There you go. Right. Good afternoon, everybody. Hopefully you can hear me now. Yeah, push that little button helps. Day 2 of my 3 days of unboxing. Today we're doing Viscounts of the West Kingdom, and I was really going to go shopping to buy some Viscounts biscuits and just sit here eating them as a joke. And then I went to the shops earlier and completely forgot. So no biscuits. Stream is stuck. Apparently sound is back. Okay, audio is okay. Hopefully everything's working fine. Get these technical issues randomly. So yeah, we're going to do an unboxing of Viscounts of the West Kingdom. This is the 3rd box in the series. I don't have Architects of the West Kingdom. I have played it. I do have Paladins of the West Kingdom, which I did an unboxing for, and I've done a playthrough video for. And yeah, this is Viscounts of the West Kingdom. This is the 3rd in the trilogy. If you are in the chat and you've played them all, let me know what you think, because I've heard some people say this is the best one of the series. But yeah, let me know. And let me know if the sound and video is working okay. I think it's working okay. Yeah, seems to be working okay. Good. Right. Now he wants biscuits. Yes. So yeah, Viscounts of the West Kingdom. Now, is there anything on the box that actually says that this is the 3rd one in the trilogy? There isn't, is there? Because they are all standalone games. They're not connected, really, apart from they're in the same, thematically connected, but there's no real connection between them, I don't think. Maybe the story moves on. I'm not sure. But yeah, there is nothing in this to say that this is part 3 of the series. The other thing that I've seen recently, which doesn't apply to this version, because this version is okay, because it says 1 to 4 players. But I did read some stuff on social media that the Renegade version of this game has got a misprint, and it actually says 1 to 6 players on it. And BGG says 1 to 6 players or something like that. It's a bit odd. Peter is saying there is a module that connects the 3. Right. I didn't realise that. So is that a module that's available in another game, or as a separate buy-on, or I don't know. Now, if this is anything like Paladins, the box was very, very full. Now, this doesn't look as full. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying Paladins was very, very hard to get everything back in the box afterwards. It's another box, right? So there is another box that you can buy which links all 3 of them together. The Tome Saga box. Right, thank you very much for that. So I don't know much about this other than people I know have played it and enjoyed it, and I did see some pictures earlier on today, and it's got a 3D piece in it. So we'll take everything out of the box first. We got some bags. We've got some punch boards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we've got something in the bottom. Right, there we go. I do like the fact that these boxes are not overly big, because, you know, space is a premium. We don't all have that amount of space. Right, Thomas Argatpol turns these 3 into a co-op game, Nirvana. Like playing Lord of the Rings straight. Interesting. I'll have to have a look into that then. Although I don't have Architects of the West Kingdom. So, okay, well, I thought that would punch out really quickly, and it has. The big pieces normally do punch out quick. I'll tell you what, people these days who are just getting into gaming, they're spoiled, because back in the 70s and 80s, when we had a whole sheet full of chits, you couldn't do this. You had to literally cut them out with a knife. So these are not punching out as cleanly as some others have. Okay. So okay, just needed a little bit of effort, so just be careful with that. You might want to back punch. I mean, the big piece falls out dead easily, but the little bit, yeah, I'm probably going to back punch the rest. I personally find that back punching means that you get less rips, which means punching from the back of the punch board rather than the top. If you punch from the top, which is where the curved side is, sometimes if the cutting isn't all the way through, it catches and then you get rips. Whereas I find if you punch from the back side, you don't get that. So that's one thing that I normally do. Interesting note, Tome Saga allows a co-op or competitive game that spans across all 3 games. Right, would love to see a solo play of this. Right, so there will be a solo play of this. I can tell you that. I don't know when, but I am making a list of my plans for January. My plans for January, for those who don't know, is I am taking the month off paid work, and I am basically spending the month doing live streaming 4 or 5 days a week for the whole of January, basically essentially paid for through the Patreon campaign. And I have a big list of games I want to play. Solo Paladins is on there, so I will add this onto the list as well. I'm not going to punch out all of these, but let's punch out some of the coins. So these coins are really nice. However, I've been sent the metal coins. Now these metal coins are the same metal coins as the one in Paladins of the West Kingdom, which makes sense because they're all set in the same world, whatever. But I have lots of these nice coins, which means what am I going to do with these ones? I mean, they're really nice coins, but I'm just not going to use them. Okay, so yeah, again, the custom shape, just need to be careful when you're punching out the custom shapes. Big square pieces are fine, but yeah, you need to be careful of the other bit. Okay, so we've got lots of these, lots of these. So I'm assuming it's not going to take a genius that these pieces all go together with the circular plastic piece that we saw earlier on connected in the middle. Now these are two-sided. 4+, 1 to 3. Okay, so with 1 to 3 players, you will use 1 to 2 players, 3+ players. So if we were setting up a solo game, that's how we would set it up. I don't know if these need to be in a particular order or not. I'll find out when I read the rule books. Right, okay. Let's go to this plastic piece then. So yeah, as I say, I didn't know much about this game, but when I started looking at pictures today, I saw this. So this is a very nice single piece, which will go in the middle here. Is this gonna, am I gonna be able to get this in? I mean, it clearly does go in. Is there a knack to this? Or did I just need to get it in the right place? I think I just needed to get it in the right place. There you go. Right, so that's in, and that keeps them all together. So we can spin it around and it keeps them all together. Really nice, good idea. And then these bits, these cardboard bits that we punched out earlier on, it looks like these go in here. I'm not sure why these are needed, but they are. So those go in there. These are the same on both sides, so it doesn't matter which way up they go in, I don't think. I'm not going to put any more in because I need to be careful just in case they do go in certain positions. Right, okay, so that's the cardboard bits done. What else do we have? We have 4 of these player boards. So these are not thin. I mean, they're thin. They're not cardstock, but they're not super thin. And they've got a plastic covering. So I assume these are the player boards. And again, these are two-sided. I don't know if it's the same on both sides. I'm not seeing any difference. So for those familiar with the other games in the series, same type of graphic design, same kind of artwork, same kind of iconography. So I assume it will be similar to learn than the other ones because of that. Setup for the castle is fixed. Picture in the rulebook, says Mark. Thank you. So I've put one piece in. I need to be careful. I need to not put any other pieces in before checking that. Right, so player boards here. Let's open up this big bag of wooden stuff. So this is the one thing that I noticed from certainly Paladins, is that there was lots of wooden components, lots of custom shaped wooden components. So let's zoom in and see what we've got here. Okay, right. So we've got orange pieces, which look like gold blocks, but they're orange. I assume that that is because we have yellow as a player colour. So let's open up the yellow pieces. So we've got these, we've got these, we've got these. And we've got this one. Look at this. This is huge. Right. Oh, we've got these as well. So yeah, there looks like there's 3 types of buildings. Now, is that the same custom shape for each one? Yes, it is. Right, that's fine. So 3 types of buildings. Let's have a look at the rule book. See what the rule book says. Guild halls. So workshops is the little one. Trading posts is this one. Guild halls is this one. And each player has 3 of each. And then there are the workers, which there are 20 of each. And then there is the Viscounts, of which there's 1 of each. Right, so that's in the 4 player colours. So yeah, lots of custom shaped wooden pieces. It's the Viscount that travels around the main board. Right, okay, cool. And then we've got these, which I assume are gold blocks. Yeah, gold. So in the rule book, they're kind of a darky yellow, but here they're definitely orange. But that's fine. That distinguishes them from there. Except on the board, the iconography is the bright yellow. So yeah, it's a little bit odd having them yellow and there and having them gold on there. But anyway, what else have we got? What else have we got? More components. We have these, which look like little stone. These are really nice. I like these. Yeah, really nice stone pieces. And we have some inkwells, and we have, so the inkwells are these are cute. And we have some virtue markers and some corruption markers. Right, okay, so yeah, can't really see them. There you go. Inkwells, corruption markers, virtue markers. Right, so that's, yeah, lots of wooden components. I will put all of this away. And the last thing, I think, big stack of cards, little pack of cards. So again, same as Paladins, 2 sizes of cards. So I'm going to assume these are the same quality as the other ones. I don't know. So they've got a kind of shiny plasticky finish, which is a little bit textured, a little bit of a linen finish. Yeah, fine quality. So yeah, plenty of those little cards. Again, similar artwork and similar graphic design to the other ones. KP says, for those who have gotten their copies yet, how are castle pieces holding up? Most of their cardboard pieces aren't very snug and kept falling out of the spots when they put the game back. Okay, so the idea, I think, is once you've put the castle pieces in, they stay in and they're not supposed to fall out. And you're saying that yours are falling out. You could pop them in with a bit of white tack or something like that. Because if they stay in and they never need to come out, then yeah, I guess you could do that. Right, let's have a look at these other cards. So again, it's quite a few here. Quite a few cards in the game. Mark says he's just going to glue them in. Yeah. Right, okay, so plenty of cards. The Maicho artwork as per the other ones. These cards are actually bending a little bit. So there's a bit of it, you can see it on there. There is a bit of a curve on these cards, which is unusual. It's not going to be that much of a problem, I don't think. You normally get that with, I remember back in the day when Magic the Gathering started doing foil cards, you got the curve because it different material on one side of the cards to the other, and then one side slightly shrinks and you end up with a bit of a curve. So yeah, there is a bit of a curve on these. As I say, it's not going to be a big problem. I'll probably just bend them a little bit to get them back. But yeah, plenty of cards. Let's have a look at... So yeah, graphic design. There was a comment earlier on to say that they didn't like the graphic design. The graphic design is clear. And for me, the important thing of graphic design is it needs to be clear. And this is clear. It does look very much like iconography. You know, very simple, solid blocks and solid colours. But yeah, as long as it's clear, especially in a game with lots of iconography, I think it is important to have it clear. I know some games go down the route of having really stylized iconography that fits with the theme of the game, and sometimes it can actually get in the way. Sometimes, not always. You know, Ian O'Toole's a master at it. Ian O'Toole and Vittel, when they work together on games, are really good. But I've seen some games where the iconography was not clear because they've made it a bit too thematic. So anyway, yeah, similar card layout to the other ones in the series. Stuff in the top left, stuff down at the bottom, lots of icons, lots of cards. Yeah, so lots of these cards. There we go. What can you do to unbend the cards? Not much, other than just bend them a bit, I think. Be very, very careful when you're bending them, but you can if it bothers you. Yeah, it doesn't take much. So there you go. Store them flat under a weight. Sleeping them will generally get them flat, says Brett. Yeah. Or or just sit here and bend them, bend them in bulks. I've heard mixed things on the iconography in this game. There is a lot of iconography described on the back page of the rulebook, but I know somebody else has told me that some of the icons aren't explained here. I don't know. I will find out. I will be learning how to play this game at some point. I think there is a tabletop simulator mod, so I might end up using that. We'll see. I don't know when I'm going to play this. It is being added to the list. And as I say, hopefully January. But to be honest, I actually need to take 3 months off work to get through all of my games. I had this plan in January of taking the month off and just doing lots of live streaming of games. But I'm going to be playing a lot of Too Many Bones. I'm going to be doing the entire Maracaibo campaign. I'm going to be doing the entire Lord of the Rings Journeys in Middle-earth campaign. And when you look at what time is left after that, there's still going to be time to play other games. But then I worked out I actually need to take 3 months off in order to play through all of my games. So I will be, I will be doing a playthrough of this at some point. I don't know exactly when. My schedule for January is booking up. I may be able to get it in December. But again, December is already booking up fairly quickly. So yeah, we're all done. That is everything. Favorite one. So yeah, for those people in the chat who have played all 3 of them, Architects, Paladins or Viscounts, which is your favorite one? Answers in the chat. Have I ever taken a break away from games completely? No. And KP says, it was a bit weird that the rulebook this time doesn't include text description of each card, which I think the other ones did. Now, the rulebook is already 32 pages. Maybe that's why they didn't. But I do like having that. I do like having a text description of the cards. I mean, some of them, you don't need it. Surely for this one, you don't need a text description of this card. It costs this. It does that. That icon is explained there. So I don't need that one. But some of the other ones might be a bit more complicated. So answers are coming in. Viscounts, Paladins, Architects. Architects in 2 players. Paladins, but it's really close. Viscounts for 4 players. Okay, so some people in the chat are saying that their favourite game depends on player count. So Gedson is saying for 2 players, Architects is the best one. Viscounts at 4 is great. And Gedson's also saying Viscounts at 4 players. So if you have 4 players, it looks like Viscounts is the best one. Certainly from what people are saying in the chat. But yeah, I'll be trying, as I say, I might try the multiplayer game first, because certainly if the solo game is like, right, now you know how to play the base game, here's how the solo game works, I tend to find that you have to learn more to play the solo game than you do to play the base game. So I always prefer to play the base game first and then move on to the solo game. And I did Paladins in the West Kingdom. I did that a couple of weeks ago. So I'll be doing solo Paladins of the West Kingdom probably before I do this one. Pretty much guaranteed before this one. But then this one, we will see. Mark says you can teach me if needed. That's good. I might give you a shout on that. Yeah, let's organise that. Let's organise that for one time either in December or January. Very little admin. Okay, that's good. Easiest solo ever. Right. Architects is absolutely better with 5 players, says Hans. Paladins with 3 and Viscounts with 4. Interesting. Interesting. Because Gedson earlier on said Architects with 2 players. Now, Architects is the one that I've played. A friend of mine, Mark, has a copy of Architects, and I did play it once, and I did enjoy it. I know one of the things about the game is the player interaction that people like Tom Heath, Slicker Drips, didn't like, because it's very much attacky. I didn't feel that when I played it. I felt that it was just capturing other people's meeples and ransoming them off it was just part of the game. I didn't feel that I was being especially mean in the game, so I didn't mind that. Linda is here. Linda is saying Architects at 4 is slow, but Paladins is worse. I heard there was a game of Viscounts. Yes, there is a game of Viscounts going on this weekend, isn't there? Who's playing in it? Let me just have a look at that. It's not me, but this weekend I am running. So yeah, if you're watching this and you didn't see yesterday's live stream, quick shout out. This weekend I'm running an online virtual convention called GridCon, Virtual GridCon is happening this weekend. If you're interested, just get in contact with me. It's free to attend. You can play games as much as you want, as little as you want, over the weekend. I will be live streaming for 3 days non-stop. In fact, while I'm just chatting here, I'm going to put up a picture on screen. Add source, image. I'm going to, because I finalized my plans. So these are my plans. Let's try and get them full screen if I can. Yeah, these are my plans for Virtual GridCon. There you go. This is me live streaming over the weekend. So yeah, that's everything that I'm doing. But there is lots of other games going on. Lots of people playing games this weekend. And there is a game of Viscounts going on. This won't be live streamed. Let me have a look. It is here. Viscounts of the West Kingdom. Luke Hector is running it. And he's currently got 2 players signed up. So yeah, Viscounts of the West Kingdom. If you want to play this weekend, Luke Hector is running a game of it, and Lucas said he's happy to teach. That is happening on the Saturday morning at 9 o'clock. There is another one happening. Graham Charlton is running it on Friday at 2 o'clock. That is full. So Graham's running a game of this on Friday, which is full, but Luke Hector is running a game of this, playing over Tabletop Simulator on Saturday, 9 o'clock in the morning GMT. If you're interested, then yeah, that is happening. So yeah, that's this weekend. Ross can't join in GridCon. He's mega busy at work Friday to Monday. Well, we'll be thinking about you, Ross, as we have fun and play some games. Is the S silent? Yeah, it's Viscounts, not Viscounts. Yeah, it's one of those silent S's. And the mod is good. Right, okay. I think the mod for Paladins was pretty good as well, and I think it's an official one. So I assume that the mod for this is probably done by the same people. Anyway, we're all done. I'm going to pack this up. I'm playing Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion tonight, Scenario 5, not being live streamed. Me and Vicky are playing that. And then I've got some other bits to do to get ready for this weekend. But I will be back tomorrow with an unboxing video, 5 o'clock again, unboxing video of Kingdom Rush, which is a game which I am playing at some point over Virtual GridCon. So yeah, I'm doing the unboxing tomorrow, and then gonna be doing a test play of it on Thursday, which won't be live streamed. And then I'm actually doing a proper live stream of it on Saturday night. But for now, thank you very much for joining me. It's been good to have you here. Looking forward to giving this a try, but it won't be for a few weeks yet. Add it to the list and I will get to it eventually. Take care, everybody. Thanks very much. I'll see you next time.
Gaming Rules is proudly sponsored by Game Toppers, upgrading your gaming experience. Visit GameToppersLLC.com.